before the All-Star break. You guys have been playing pretty solidly going into it. I know you talked about these last 3-4 games before it and how important it is to have momentum. So what do you want to see out of your guys in Phoenix?
Well, it's a big game for us because it's it's your getaway game. It's a getaway time to go and spend time with your family or go to the All-Star festivities in Salt Lake City. And so it's easy, I mean, we're all human, it's easy for your mind to wander and go someplace else. And, so to try to be present while we're playing the Phoenix Suns the whole time and think about that game and think about every possession, offensively and defensively, what my assignments are and doing it at a high level, and then worrying about the break after the game, that's going to be tough. But I'm excited for our guys to have this type of opportunity in front of them to see if we can overcome it.
Where have you seen the mental fatigue of your team? It seems a lot of your guys haven't been in this position before, but do you think they're holding up all right, and how much do they need this break?
I think they're holding up fairly well. It really showed itself in that first quarter against Dallas. Long trip. Luka's not playing. We go out there, we kind of think we can ease into the game, and those guys hit us in the mouth. And next thing you know, we're down 20, and it's like, oh my God, these guys aren't just going to let us play along until the end of the game. They're here to kick our ass. And so our guys did a nice job of responding after that third quarter.
Where are we at with Malik? Is that going to be something that we're worried about after the All-Star break, or do you think it's just something short term?
Yeah, I don't know. I know he got some shots today. He did not practice, with us today, but he got shots today. I don't know. I don't know where it is. It's something obviously we'll circle back to after the break, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be too long.
Got shots like shot baskets or like injections?
No, yeah. Baskets.
Okay.
Baskets.
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah, it is. So with his workout coach, he was out there getting some work in, but he didn't practice.
And what do you do for All-Star break? Like, what is, for someone who's so involved in everything that you do, what does All-Star break look like for you?
But this time around, so my dad's 82, years old, and life is precious, and not to say that knock on wood, anything that can happen, but I need to take my behind out to see him and spend some time with him. So that's what I'm gonna do over this break, and then my oldest's birthday is Sunday, so I'll be back here for his birthday on Sunday.
Where's your dad live?
San Antonio.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and the last time we were there, because it was bad weather, and so he didn't get to come down and see me, and I couldn't get up to see him, and so for me to go see him, especially when the weather is right, break some bread and all that other good stuff is the right thing for me to do. Even though I would prefer to be on a beach with a cocktail in my hand.
Yeah. Mike, you've talked about consistency defensively all season, and we've seen it in spurts, particularly I think late in Saturday's game.
Yeah.
How do you coach consistency? Like, consistency seems like a pretty basic concept, but it is a hard thing to maintain over an NBA season. Just how do you try to coach that up?
The biggest thing is demanding it. It's a tricky thing because I can't keep demanding it the same way, because sooner or later guys going to tune you out if it's overwhelming. So you got to find different ways to let your guys know how important it is, and then you yourself as a head coach and as a staff have to try to be consistent as well. And then on top of this, just coaching. You got to show them when we do it what the success looks like, not only on tape, but also analytically and statistically and all those other things. And then you also got to show them when we don't do it, what it's like. But I think somebody told me this one time, that especially at this point in the year, slippage is invisible. Meaning that it's guys are a little tired, you're a little tired, so it's easy to say, let's just go get some shots today, or let's just stop practice today, or the guy's doing a pretty good job. We had 3 wins in a row. Let's don't show film today. When you start doing those things, especially with a young team that doesn't know, you might be able to do it with a veteran team that has won at a high level, but a young team that doesn't really know, when you start doing those things, then you're going to get some slippage, and when you get some slippage, that's when bad habits creep in. And so we as a staff first have to be aware of that and make sure we let our guys understand where we're coming from. And if they embrace it and if they embrace it the right way, then they'll constantly work on trying to be more consistent in their habits, not just with the defense, but offensively. their pregame work, their postgame work, and all the little things that matter to help sustain a winning culture.
Do you have examples of like how you change up messaging in the middle of the season to avoid it getting monotonous and beating them over the head with the same stuff?
Yeah, well, you guys remember because it was on that. What's the thing that
The run?
Yeah, the run. So we were talking to them about offensive rebounding. We've been hammering it, showing them clips and all that stuff, and that's where Jay's little man in the
Manny.
corner, Manny. Yeah, so that's where Jay dressed up like Manny, and talked about Manny, and then talked about some guys that are averaging 8 to 10 rebounds a game and what they get paid and all that. And guys got a laugh out of it. So that's a different way for us to talk to them about, hey, let's be a little bit better offensive rebounding. We've been telling it to you guys. We've been showing you clips of it. We've been talking about it analytically and statistically. Now let's go to Manny and let Manny try to. Maybe you might listen to Manny more than us.
We probably only like 2 more guys.
We talked a lot about, obviously Domas and Fox, and even Keegan to a degree, getting that recognition for All-Star Weekend. But even beyond that, having someone like Kada and sounds like Kevin as well, just what's that mean to you to have somebody get that recognition at this time for like a city that doesn't really get that much recognition very often?
It's huge, and you said it right there. First of all, it's huge for everybody in the city because I don't know if I'm saying it. Is it such a word as Sacramentans?
Sacramentans, yeah.
Sacramentans, okay, Sacramentans. They're proud people. Everybody I talk to, they speak proudly of their city, and they feel that they're a little underappreciated, especially being the capital and being in California. Everybody talks about L.A., the Bay, and I already mentioned Sacramento. So anytime that recognition can happen on a national level, it's great for everybody in the city. It's obviously great for everybody in the organization, but we've pushed our guys pretty hard, and they've worked hard on their own, starting way back in the summertime. And it's great when their work shows, and it shows in a way where they're getting recognition, not just from their teammates and from their coach, but getting recognition from around the league and on a national level. That makes them feel good about what they're doing, and it also lets them know that, hey, what you're doing is probably right. What we're telling you is probably right. And so that will help them embrace this process even more than what they've already done.
What do you hope they get from being in Phoenix, all these guys that you got going out there?
In Salt
Salt
Lake.
Lake.
Or is Salt Lake, yeah, sorry.
Just the experience is second to none, and being able to be out there with your family and your friends and on that stage, it just helps you overall, mainly probably with your confidence more than anything else. Because now hey, I'm a cut above the rest, because not only do I think that's how I got here, but there's a lot of other dudes out there that think it too. And so that can help anybody's confidence, elevate at even a higher level than what it is right now. And you know how things go in life. Half the time it's not how good you are. Do you believe you're that good? Do you believe it more than he does? And if that's the case, you probably gonna win 9 out of 10 times.
All right, quickly, last one. Right
Yeah, and we look at the guys that are going, Fox, Sabone. It sounds like Kevin's going, Keegan. Is there anything that you're most excited to watch as far as the Kings that are out there? Or are you kind of hoping that you see Kevin come out on top in 3-point, or the guys Fox and Sabonis in the All-Star game? Or are you kind of hoping to see? Because I'm wondering, what are you most excited to see from your guys?
I just want them to all come back and say they had a great experience. On top of that, yeah, they need to win, because if they win, no matter what you do out there, there's a little bit more cheese that goes in your pocket. Think about that. Think about all the tickets and flights that they got to get for their friends and family. Win, guys.
Yeah,
Win.
that's
Save you
awesome.
some money.
Thank you.